The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
What we got? What we got? Slam, slam, slam. Gun. Motion, motion, motion. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
57 for Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Now it's Lockett. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Mark that. Mark 22, Mark 22. Push him back.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
A gain of 15. 1st down Seahawks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. You better be afraid of me.
Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. This is Carson, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Hey, Ringo 48. Rush in.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Check Mike 57. Mike.
Gun.
Watch the out.
Yellow.
Switch.
Hey, flipper.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll
run on 1st down. It's Carson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 23-yard run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Given 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
57. Mike, 57.
Gun.
You better bring it.
Mike's 57.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins again. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Jahan, 180.
57's the Mike. On the ball.
Again, it's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run it with Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, that's complete. It's Gordon. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, Wilson rolling to his and a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Here's Carson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
380.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
Cousins now. Going deep for Diggs. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trey Flowers picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch the slack. Reload. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Check 55 to Mike. Watch twist.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He'll find Metcalf. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Carson, and he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Cousins under pressure again, and down he goes again. K.J. Wright picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Bravo.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total